Hello, hello, beautiful people. Please excuse the lighting. I'm filming this very last minute, but an intro must be filmed. So today I am going to be talking about my, planners that I have been using as journals. I do kind of use them as planners though, but I've just really been into this. Like, this has been a good chunk of my life lately. And I guess I'm just in my planner era and I want to talk more about it. I want to shout it from the rooftops. Not for real though. But yeah, I've really been enjoying writing in these and I want to show you how I've been using them and what I've been using them for. And yeah, it's just a real treat. But I am going to briefly just tell you because I like to be very straightforward when I do my videos and just say upfront what the video is about, just because that makes it easier for any viewers. I'm gonna go through this really briefly. Okay, so quickly, I am using my Hobonichi Weekly Techo for wellness and health. I log in my meals that I eat daily. I also log in my sleep score that I get from my Aura Ring and just general notes down in here sometimes. This is really just for jotting things down. I do not go into depth about anything in here, but like say I go get blood work done, it's going in here. And I just like to keep up to date with my health, especially now that I'm older. So yeah, I really love this one. I will probably always have this Hobonichi or just a journal or planner like it at all times because this is very good on the go. And I don't know, it just is a great planner. So the Hobonichi Weekly Techo. And this is not the mega, this is just the regular one. I don't need all the note pages. And then another Hobonichi Daily, not the cousin. Again, don't need all the extra stuff that goes on in here. And I've just been using this just for regular journaling. I haven't really figured out my vibe completely, but I have really been liking it. It's a good way to like gauge how I was feeling a certain day and just my mood for the day. But overall, I'm still kind of working out the kinks in the daily. But what I've been doing lately is just going back and journaling on the day instead of journaling in real time. And I don't know, I've just really been liking that because then it makes me kind of jog my memory of like what happened that day. So I've been enjoying this one, but I feel like I could take it or leave it with the Hobonichi Daily. And last but not least, the Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is the A5 Vertical Compact. And I have really been loving this and I've been using this for all of my projects. I think it has just been working out so great for me and just keeping track of all my knitting projects right now. But honestly, I could use it for knitting, sewing, crocheting. It's just been really good. I can figure out where I was left off. I even write down when I ordered yarn or if I went to the yarn store and purchased something. If I didn't put if my knitting needle broke, but I should have put when my knitting needle broke because I just like to be able to go back and look and be like, okay, this is where I left off. And if I do ever take like a long break in between a project, I can always go back to this and look to see where I left off. I really like having this one on hand. I will say it does not have to be the A5 size. Like I definitely could have sized down for sure. I just didn't know what I was going to use it for. But I've really, really been loving this one. I also log in my current reads. So I don't know. I've really been loving this one. So I'm definitely noting this now, and will I get this next year? Maybe, we'll see. Also, this is the first time I've ever filmed overhead like this. So if it looks a little janky, just bear with me. I'm trying here. I do want to fix my setup to look a little bit better if I'm going to use my desk to film, just because if I'm going to be filming overhead like that, I want it to look nice and pretty and just kind of like me, you know? So I'll definitely keep that in mind. But if it looks a little janky, I'm so sorry. But it was my first time. So yeah, but that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see how I've been using these planners, keep on watching. All right, see ya. Hello, hello. You probably already seen my intro. I am showing you my planner lineup for 2026. It is looking really good over here and I've actually been using these and I'm so happy for that because I did not think that I would be as consistent as I have been, but I've really been loving it. Like this is addicting. Whoever came up with this, yeah, they knew what they were doing. It is very, very addicting. I don't really decorate my planner covers like that. I do want to start, like I would love more on the back, but I do have my art on the front, just a couple of the stickers that I made. And yeah, like I'm not going to go all overboard, but if there is a sticker that I'm like, oh, that's really cute, I will add it to here. But not these, obviously. Like this is a velvet cover, a cheap little cover I found on Amazon. And I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with this. I might decorate it just because it is very bland looking and very beige. I just didn't like the other colors, so I ended up getting the linen. So this is the first time I've ever filmed overhead like this. So if it looks weird, please let me know. I will try to improve. I want to get like another desk cover thing just because I'm not really feeling this purple one. And it also kind of doesn't fit my room. So I need to get on that at some point. I want to start off with my Hobonichi Techo Weekly. And this is not the mega, this is just the regular. So there is not any additional note. Well, there is additional notes. It's just not as many. So it pretty much, let's see, starts right here. So it's not a lot of notes at all, but I'm fine with that because I journal pretty regularly. I don't need a whole lot of extra notes, but if I do need to jot something down while I have this on me, I will. But I pretty much take this everywhere with me and log in whatever I need to log in. So we'll get into that. So funny story, I actually messed this up. I don't use this page, but you see how December is from last year? And you see how January is blank? I did not realize that I was filling out January 2027. So I will be sure to do February on the right year, but I wasn't going back and redoing it. It's okay. We all make mistakes. This is my first, like, really using my weekly this often and this consistently. So that's why there are mistakes in here. So let's just jump to my photo a day. So these are actually photos from December. So this is actually a reflection of the month of December and not January, because the way I see it, if I'm filling a photo a day, I'm not gonna do it until February. But it just made sense to do the month before to me, because I know I'm not gonna be consistent with this if I do it the following month. I hope that made sense. So yeah, there's a lot of, like, this goes all the way to March 2027, and that's so interesting. So what do I use this one for? I use my weekly for wellness or health, whatever you want to call it. And I log in my meals. That is the main thing that I log in. And then my vitamins on the notes side. I'll also maybe put, where I went that day. Like I went to Tate and Trader Joe's on December 1st. This is what I had. And if I do work out, I will put a body weight workout or Pilates workout or went to the gym. It just depends. And then I also do my sleep score. Probably my biggest goal this year is to reach a sleep score of 80 or over not every day, at least 10 times this year. And as you can see, my sleep score can be very, very low. Yeah. So a lot of the times I will just log in random things that are happening throughout the week, but I usually do try to keep it focused on health. But if there is something that I just need to put in here just because so I don't forget or so I can put it in my daily, which I will get to the daily. But yeah, I don't write that much in here. And I know it looks kind of boring because I don't use stickers, but yes, I do. So yeah, I do the same thing. I've been doing the same thing. I even added vitamins, fish oil, and CoQ10. So if you watch my goals video, I was very, very low on iron and vitamin D. And that is why I'm tracking it, just to make sure I am taking it daily because it needs to be taken daily. So yeah, same thing on here. Some weeks are not as good as others. So like the week of Christmas, it's a little bare because it was the week of Christmas. Family was here. And then the next week as well, because we ended up having a party on the New Year's Eve. But, yeah. I didn't write anything on this side, but I did log in on my meals. So that's good. And this was last week. Last week turned out really good. I was not on top of my vitamins like I should have been, but maybe that'll change this week. So Monday I took my iron. I did not take my iron yesterday. So let me just log in that yesterday I took vitamin D, and I just scribble it in here, kind of. I don't really do anything crazy. Just scribble it. I could use the highlighter. That would probably be way easier. So I just do that. I do have to log in Tuesday. I do go back and log in stuff quite often. And I need to get better at that. Like when I first started, I was logging the meals in as the day went on, but I don't know. I kind of fell off, but that's recent. That is very recent. So yeah. But so far, I'm really liking what I'm using this for, because I do actually need a food journal, which this is what this is. I feel like I don't need to get a whole separate journal just for my food when I have something like this. But I think I need it because, I have tummy issues. All hot girls do, right? So I just always try to make sure to write down my meals, because a lot of the times I'm like, what did I eat? And my stomach is hurting. Like, last week I had nachos, which is cheese. I know I'm lactose intolerant. Why did I have nachos? I don't know. I just really wanted them. And so of course my stomach gave me the blues for literally 2 days. It was pretty bad. But part of that was because the next day I ended up having a margarita. So that is on me. I do like this layout. I would like for it to be prettier. I am working on my handwriting. As you can see, like it's improved a lot more since like the beginning, but I could still make some room for improvement for sure. I know there's stuff in the back. I'm probably not going to use this. I find that a lot of planners have a lot of extra little pages in them, but I'm like, okay, well, it is a planner and I'm not using it as a planner. And that's on me. Do I really need 3 planners? No, absolutely not. These could literally be notebooks or journals, but I just like how they're laid out. I'll figure it out as time goes on. At some point, it's all just going to be one thing, and I'll have everything in one journal or planner, most likely a planner. But this year, I'm going to be a little extra because I'm experimenting with different sizes. So let's move on to the daily. So this is the Hobonichi Techo. I'm making sure to say it right. Techo. I did write down some yearly stuff, but it's not, And then I will write down what's going on that month. So baby's returned home. I went to a gender reveal and a little birthday turn up. That's all that's happened so far. I don't write down like everything in my months. I'm probably not going to write down too much in my months in this one. And I didn't make the mistake of doing 2027. That's so funny that I did that. And I didn't really write anything here either, but yeah. So at first I did not know what to do at all in here. I was just kind of confused, trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I just kind of kept putting it off, coming up with different layouts. At first it was like, oh, I'll just focus on my businesses. So that, and then it just kind of got repetitive because I was writing like this also in my weekly. And then I started putting stickers in here. So this is like I don't really know what to write in here. So I'm just going to put stickers. And I did the same thing on this one. Same thing on here, this one. Tried to kind of do something different. And then eventually I figured it out. I actually ran across this creator who was talking about reverse planning. And it is okay to like fill in your planner after the fact. Because you just, day of, you don't have enough information to fill out your planner. And this happens very often, even with journaling. Like they say, oh, wake up and journal. And it's like, I don't have anything to put in here unless something happens that morning or unless I'm really busy that day and I just need to brain dump. Like I pretty much don't journal unless I need to brain dump. So I started reverse planning. So then, it's a little bit of a journal entry. And then, I put time to figure out layout. I'm reverse planning, And then I say what I have to do. Like I had to pick my car up from the rental or the collision center, but I had to stop at the rental spot first. And then my best friend helped me get from the rental spot to the collision place. So that was nice. So that I started doing that. And then if I couldn't remember like what I did that day, I placed some stickers. I worked on my lettering. Didn't put anything here. I think this was a bad day. That's why I didn't do anything. And then practice my handwriting even because you see what this handwriting looks like. It's awful. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I can draw. So I inked some drawings in here. So yeah, like it's really cool. And it doesn't have to be long entries or anything like that. And yeah, so I still have to go back and do Sunday, Monday, and today. So, or yesterday. Today's Wednesday. So yeah, I will most likely go back and fill these out. I don't feel like that's going to be too difficult. If I do change anything in either of these, I will just do an update video because that's content. Hello. It's just little journal entries in my dailies, what I did that day, how I felt, that's what I'm doing in here. And I do go back and fill it out. Sometimes there's nothing to say, so it may be empty. I'm not afraid of missing a day because like I said, I have 3 of these and it is a little overkill. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's move on to my Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is the A5 Vertical Compact. And the month, I really like the months. So I definitely may go back and put some stickers in here because I did that in a different planner. It was just a monthly planner. No weeks or days, just all month. Hold on, I have to zoom out a little bit. So these months are definitely big enough. I love it when the months are this big. Obviously, in my other planners, they're not going to be as large. So that's kind of why I like the A5. I do think next year I want to try a B6 because I think that'll be a nice size type of planner, one that I can just like hold with me. The A5 is pretty large. It's not huge or big or anything, but it's on the larger side. I'm not gonna lie, it is. So I want to try out the B6. So this was my monthly from last year. This is kind of how I did my layout. You see how large these months are? I love large months. So I just put stickers here, said what was going on. And like if it was like one of those where there's lots of space to do that, I feel like I can do that with this Sterling ink. So what do I use this for outside of I keep banging on this. So what do I use this for outside of the months? All of my projects. And at first, it was one of those things that I could not figure out what I wanted to do. Initially, it was going to be my finances. I was going to log in all my spending and then put it into my digital. Okay, I added some light, so hopefully that doesn't look bad. I'll try not to avoid shadows. Initially, I was going to use this for finances, log in all of my spending, and then put it into my digital tracker that I have in an Excel sheet, which I absolutely love, by the way. It is very lovely to have something like that to help me out with spending or to stop spending so much because I do spend a lot. But so I use this one for my projects. This is all my hobbies. My passion project, if I have one going on, which technically is my knitting right now. Like I'm very passionate about knitting at this point in time. And I'm so like really into it. I log in like on my camisole number 9, back panel, row 10. And I just think it's a good idea to do this so that you always know where you are. I have my current reads in here. I'm reading 1984 on my Kindle. I have The Final Eighth. And then also audio booking. I put All the Bright Creatures, but it's Remarkably. And I put this whale in here because I just thought that fit the theme kind of. I wish I had an octopus. So that would actually be so fitting. And I just continue to log in my projects. So Monday actually ended up being a lot. And I even said I ordered this yarn and this is what came in. I went to the yarn store, all of that. So that's what I log in here, all of my projects, and it's been so helpful. So because I restarted the camisole number 9, I have the straps now, and I'm doing increases on the right side right now, which I did so quickly, by the way. And then I gauge swatched the Katia Baby Merino and drops brushed alpaca silk for the Haze cardigan. And it came out really good, even though I dropped a stitch. So I could write that in here, and I can kind of put like a little bracket and say like, that's what we came up with. And then I can put using the Knitting for Olive in float or cream for the camisole number 9. So that is what I'm using this for. I will say I do love using the stickers in here. I love the sterling ink. Let me tell you, like, this is a great planner. I love the way it writes. I love everything about this planner. Like, it is so nice. I like the vertical. I would experiment with the horizontals. And like I said, I like the size. I would love to see how the B6 looks, but I just like this paper. Apparently it's the Tomoe River paper. It's the same paper as the Hobonichi. I did go into this knowing that the daily would probably be the one that I don't end up using. So, oh, there's lots of shadows. So if next year it was my Hobonichi Weekly and the sterling ink, I wouldn't be too mad about that because these are both really good planners and I know I'm going to use these and I know I'm going to fill it out a lot. And like I said, I can always go back and add stickers. Like I have lots and lots of stickers and I also make stickers. I need to make more, and this is the inspiration right here because these are all so beautiful. These are from Belisa Casa. Belisi Casa from Etsy. So like I really like this one. And just to like make things look really pretty, if I don't fill anything out, kind of overlap it. So I have more. I have a lot more. Lots of stickers from this shop. I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed. So like I want to take this one and also put it on there. I feel like a lot of people who have planner stickers, they tend to go the cutesy route, but I love an elegant sticker. That's just my thing that I love. And then I also have this one. I got this off of Shop Bando, I believe. And then I also got this sticker book off of Amazon. Sorry, there's a plane flying over. And then this sticker book off of Etsy as well. But I always do my best to shop from the small businesses because look at this. This is gorgeous. I might have to put another order in because I just love these. Like this person needs a book of stickers because I definitely prefer the book. And then this one is like for real planner stickers. So there's a lot of like workout and shop. Chocolate. That's I get it. Oh, I like this. I never even noticed this. It says bad days, but no, that time of the month. Oh, okay. I really love that. I didn't even notice this in here. And then they have, the hydrate stickers, arrows. So yeah. I try to get really elegant stickers and also functional stickers because I don't know, I'm just the really cute ones with the like faces on them and all that. I don't know, like those put me off so bad. So I'm gonna do payday because today was payday. We love payday. I really like the sterling ink. It's hard to not want to use this. I can't lie. So I will continue to use it. So that is it from me. Thank you for watching and showing you my planner lineup. The next one will be my journal lineup because these are planners. These are not journals. So my next one will be my journals for 2026. And it's pretty much going to be the same ones, like my junk journal and just like my diary, which I'm not going to show you my entries and all that. But if I do show you my junk journal one, which I probably will, I'll do a session in there because that just makes sense. So yeah, I'm just accumulating the junk, I suppose. Not really, but that's just fun to say. So thank you so much. This was so much fun, and I definitely want to do this again. So if I do a session of planning, of really just anything, I'll do this again. This was really fun. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.